Evening falls across the valley like a blessing dressed in gold. Shadows stretch along the river, stories quietly unfold. Birds are gliding toward the forest, wind begins to softly sigh, and the earth prepares for darkness underneath the painted sky.
All the noise of restless living slowly fades into the air, leaving only quiet wonder and 1,000 whispered prayers.
I can feel the world forgiving all the battles I have known. In the last warm glow of daylight, where the weary wander home. When the last light touches the valley, peace begins to gently rise. Every shadow turns to mercy, every tear begins to dry. Through the silence of the evening, through the calm that follows pain, love is waiting in the sunset like a soft eternal flame. Sometimes grace arrives at evening, when the day is almost gone. When the last light touches the valley, every heart can finally see there's a road beyond the darkness, leading into mystery. Through the night that follows daylight, through the dreams that still remain, hope is burning in the twilight like a soft eternal flame, and the stars begin their singing. Morning rolled across the prairie like a whisper made of gold. Fields awaken in the sunlight, stories waiting to be told. Dusty roads and wooden fences, miles that time forgot to claim, and the sky above the silence seemed to call me by my name. I had wandered through the valleys where the nights refused to end, carrying a heart of questions, searching for a distant friend. But the wind across the grasslands moved like mercy through the land, and I felt the quiet promise of a greater guiding hand. Beyond the golden horizon, where the endless heavens rise, there's a road of living mercy, stretching farther than our eyes. Through the storms and through the sorrow, through the doubt we can't outrun, hope is waiting in the distance, where the earth and sky are one. Clouds were drifting slow and holy, like the pages of a song. Mountains standing in the distance held the world in silent calm. Every shadow slowly faded, every fear began to fall. In the quiet fields of heaven, where the open winds still call, every mile becomes a prayer, every step becomes a song, and the road keeps whispering softly, you were never walking alone. Beyond the golden horizon, every broken soul can see there's a grace beyond the sunset, wide as all eternity. Through the valleys of the weary, through the nights we thought were done, love is waiting in the distance, where the earth and sky are one. and the road keeps rolling westward, and the river's made of light. Deep between the canyon shadows, where the ancient rivers glide, water sings in silver echoes through the stones the years can't hide. I was standing in the stillness, watching sunlight slowly fall, like forgiveness through the darkness, like a quiet sacred call. All the miles behind my footsteps, all the roads I tried to mend, led me to the patient water where the restless journeys end. And the river kept on moving, never fearing where to go, like a story heaven whispered long before the world could know. Where the silent rivers run, hope is rising with the tide. Every wounded heart can wander, every soul can be revived. Through the canyons of tomorrow, through the nights we thought were done, grace is flowing like forever, where the silent rivers run. Even mountains seem to listen to the water's ancient hymn. Every echo carried mercy, every current washed the sin. I could feel the world forgiving every sorrow I had known. In the endless moving gospel of the river heading home. Faith is not a sudden thunder. Faith is water carving stone, where the silent rivers run. Every heart can rise again, every tear becomes a blessing, a deeper gain. Through the valleys of redemption, through the light of rising sun, love is singing through creation, where the silent rivers run. Still the water keeps on moving. There's a sky above the prairie, wide enough to hold the years, where the wind becomes a preacher, speaking softly through our fears. Golden wheat begins to shimmer like an ocean made of flame. And the earth beneath my footsteps doesn't feel the same. I have walked through storms of doubt, I have wandered far from grace, but the sky was always waiting, like a calm, forgiving face. Every cloud became a promise, every sunset turned to gold, like 1,000 quiet stories waiting patiently to unfold. Under the wide American sky, mercy falls like summer rain. Every traveler finds a sunrise, every loss becomes a gain. Through the fields of endless wonder, through the winds that wander by, grace is written in the heavens, under the wide American sky. Under the wide American sky, every lonely heart can see there's a love beyond the horizon, wide as all eternity. Through the storms and through the darkness, forever under the wide American sky. And the sky keeps opening. High above the winding valleys, where the snow and sunlight meet, ancient mountains stand in silence under skies both wild and sweet. Every ridge holds hidden stories, every peak remembers time. Like 1,000 quiet prophets standing watch above the climb. I was smaller than the silence, than the wind that crossed the stone. But the mountains never judged me for the roads I'd walked alone. They just stood in patient mercy while the clouds rolled slowly by, like a prayer too deep for language, rising gently to the sky. The mountains are still praying, even when the world forgets. Every storm becomes a lesson, every sorrow slowly sets through the ages everlasting, through the dawn of rising day. Hope is echoing forever where the mountains kneel and pray. Stillness is the voice of heaven, speaking where the winds obey. The mountains are still praying, through the snow and through the flame. Every soul can hear the calling, every heart can speak his name. Through the valleys of tomorrow, through the night that fades away, love is rising like the sunrise, where the mountains kneel and pray, and the echoes never fade. kept wondering when the song would start, like meaning was a switch. But some stories only activate after you've stayed with them a bit. So I let the minutes stretch unannounced. No rush, no sign, trusting the wait would arrive in time.
I talked around the truth carefully, like it might break. But truth isn't fragile, only fake certainty.
I circled what mattered till it stood still
And waited.
This is where it finally means something, not louder, just real. The song didn't begin at the start, it began here. I watch the day rearrange itself without asking me. Shadows move impatiently into where they need to be. Nothing begged for urgency, nothing tried to win. I wondered why I rush my life like it's late again. I thought delay was danger, like waiting meant decay. But the sky doesn't apologize for taking all day. Some endings don't arrive loudly, just show up home. I learned not everything meaningful needs control. There's no lesson waiting here, no sentence dressed in gold, just the quiet understanding that slow doesn't mean old. I was saying I'm fine when the words restarted versed. I was saying I'm fine, but the sentence collapsed. Turns out some truths refuse to be passed. I rebuilt the verse without pretending, without speed. Let it limp a little, let it breathe. Final section clear, steady. I don't need perfect sentences to say what's real. If a thought breaks midway, that's how you feel. I let the verse break in half, so I wouldn't lie again. I tried to cross the feeling quickly, like it was something to survive. But emotions aren't obstacles, they're places you arrive. So I stayed inside the question longer than felt wise, letting every version of it open its eyes.
What started as confusion turned into texture and sound. I learned sadness has corners if you walk it around.
Every thought changed temperature, every memory had weight. The long way wasn't wasted time, it was how I stayed. I didn't rush, I listened. I didn't read to escape the feeling or make it disappear. I needed to walk it fully till it stopped chasing me. The long way wasn't avoidance, it was respect for something honest I hadn't met yet. Some songs want consistency, they wanna land the same. But this one never settles, it keeps changing shape. Depending on the night I'm in, or what I've lost or found. The ending keeps rewriting itself around. Sometimes it ends in gratitude, sometimes in regret. Sometimes it fades unfinished, like it's not ready yet. I stopped demanding closure Stop fixing the tone. Let the ending reflect where I'm growing. So tonight it ends like this, not resolved, not clean, just honest where I am between. I'm okay right now. I'm okay right now. So tonight it ends like this, not resolved, not clean, just honest where I